Before designing an algorithm, you have to identify how many variables are required. So that depends on the problem definition. So mostly 75 to 90% of the problem definition, it's easy to identify how many variables are required. Remaining 10 to 30, but that depends on the complexity of the logic. Now come to this first problem, problem 1. Accept two numbers and display sum of those. It's a clear. This program requires only two variables. And that too, while taking the variables, you can give the proper names. For example, let us say in this algorithm or flow chart, what I'm doing is I can take the variable names as n1 and 2. My assumption is n1 is the first number and n2 is the second number. You can take the variable names anything, like you can take some a and b or x and y. Like this, you can take variable names. But while working with the more number of variables, it's not possible to identify in which variable what value you are storing. That's why I give the proper names. After declaring the variables, you can take an input by using accept keyword. And then after taking the input, the simple logic addition of two numbers. Once it's displayed, it's a simple program, it's possible to understand. Suppose you are giving the input for number 1 as 10 and for number 2 as 20, and it will display 10 plus 20 as 30. It's a simple. But here I am following a technique called a dry run. So the purpose of dry run is whenever you are working with the complex programs, if you are not getting any output, it's easy to identify where the logical error is there. If you go following this dry run technique, dry run is nothing but whatever the flowchart steps are there, those flowchart steps you can put in a table format like this. And you can use some sample inputs according to that. So what happened, you can display step by step. So here in the first sample input, I am taking the number 1 as 16 and number 2 as 20. 16 plus 20, it will display as a 36. Once again, you can repeat the same process. In the second sample input, the first number is a 17 and the second number is a 14. 17 plus 14 is a 31. But because of it's a simple, if people are think about why this dry run. In coming programs, you are able to understand the importance of dry run.